Hi beauties, welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you for tuning in. Today I'm doing a Doechii inspired makeup look. With that being said, let's get right into it. I'm starting off with prepped and moisturized skin, and I'm going in with the NYX Brow Glue. I really love this brow glue, it's super affordable. Right now I'm just using it to shape and mold my brows to be exactly how I want them to be. Next, I'm gonna go in with the MAC Studio Fix Conceal and Correct palette in dark, and I'm using the color NW45 to just block out any discoloration from my eyelids before I go in with my eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna set that with the Danessa Myricks Evolution powder in 01. I love this powder because it's super lightweight. Jumping right into my eyes, these are the eyeshadow brushes I will be using, and the palette I'm going to be using is the Fine Art Beauty Face palette in medium. And I'm starting off with this light warm brown color, and I'm applying that all over my bridge. Notice that I'm taking that all around my bridge, all the way to my nose bridge to link with my contour, and I'm fanning that all the way out. Next, I'm going to deepen my eyes even more because it is a smoky, and I'm going to go in with this cool tone brown color to deepen my eyes, and I'm going to focus that color on the outer corner of my eyes and the inner as well, because my girl Doechii's makeup was a halo smoky eye, and that's what we're going for. And I'm just using these colors to deepen the eyeshadow look, and you're going to see me blending back and forth. Right now I'm going in with an even deeper brown, working that color in the inner and outer corner of my eyes. I'm layering these colors on top of each other because I want the blend to be super seamless. Notice how I've left this space in the middle. That space is where the shimmery eyeshadow is gonna go. I don't want to see any harsh lines, so you're gonna see me go back and forth and use that first color just to make sure everything is blended and seamless. These are the flat brushes I'm going to be using for my shimmery shadows, and the first color is just going to help me map out where and how far I want to take the shadow. And then for the pop of color, I really couldn't pick, so I went for all three shimmery shadows. Those shimmery shadows are so, like, the camera doesn't do it justice. The shimmery shadows are absolutely amazing. So I'm just applying that mainly in the middle part of my eyes, and then I'm gonna go back and forth again with the previous brushes and the colors to just make sure it's blended and it looks good, just as good as my girl Doechii. And I think her makeup artist was Chelsea. Chelsea, you are my friend in my head. Me and you are locked in, me and you are besties. I'm going back into my brows after having set them. I'm using this L'Oreal Paris brow pencil, and I really like it because the tip is super thin, so it allows me to create hair-like strokes very easily, because I do love a fluffy, natural looking brow. I'm gonna go with this brow pen from Fine Art Beauty, and it has two ends. One single and the other one is got three heads on it, and I'm going to use the single headed part to just make sure the tail of my brow looks nice and defined. Then I'm going back in with that Conceal and Correct palette. This time I'm using the color NC45 to just clean the bottom part of my brow. Notice that I'm using just the smallest amount. For me, I'm very light-handed when it comes to makeup. I don't like going all the way in. Now I'm just lining the bottom part of my eyes with a black kohl pencil. Moving on to skin, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Mattifying Primer. I really like this primer because it gives you a natural base that's not too dry and not too oily, just in the middle. Then I'm gonna go in with my Skindinavia setting spray. I absolutely love this setting spray. I'm trying to make sure my base lasts a long time, and this spray is gonna do just that for me. Then I'm going in with the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm by Danessa Myricks. I absolutely love this product. Honestly, Danessa put her foot in it because she wanted the oily girls to be represented, and she did just that. If you haven't tried this primer, I say go and try it. Try it in combination with the foundation. This is the Yummy Skin Blurring Balm. I'm using the color 9.5. It's a tad bit darker for me, but regardless, I can make it work. This foundation is absolutely amazing. Just look at the way it blends into my skin, literally like butter, and it's blurring. It's everything that I would want in a foundation. If a foundation could be a bad bee, it would be this foundation right here. Honestly, Danessa, she can take my money. She can take it all. Another product I would recommend for you guys to try out is this concealer by McGRATH. It's the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Concealer. Mine is in M21. This concealer is absolutely divine. This concealer, in combination with the Yummy Skin Balm, together is a marriage made in heaven. I am telling you, they both blend like a dream. They blend so seamlessly. They blend so beautifully. I have no complaints about these two products. They're a little bit on the high-end side, but I would say invest your money. You're not gonna regret it. I'm even dancing to basically show you how happy I am about this whole process. Next, I'm going in with my curve case from Made by Mitchell, and I'm using the color Blend and Snatch. And I'm just using that to mimic Doechii's nose contour, and just to make the pointy part, the top, not even the pointy part, the top part of my nose, to just have it looking a little bit lifted, a bit like Bambi. Think Bambi a little bit. And if you remember, I was bringing my eyeshadow to kind of meet my nose bridge. It was because of this, because I want the contour to kind of link to my crease and to the beginning of my eyebrow, just to have that looking seamless. And in this part, you're gonna see me blending in and then going back again to the curve case and re-adding the contour, because sometimes after you blend a makeup product, it kind of loses the blend can be a bit much, to the point where it kind of loses its focus. So you kind of just want to blend and then add the product specifically where you want it to be. I don't know how to explain it, but think coloring, and coloring from like light to dark or dark to light. And then now I'm just working in my cheekbones and the perimeter of my face, just how you would normally do the contour of your face, and I'm just blending that in. This product as well is absolutely amazing and is super affordable, and it's UK based. So what are you waiting for? Go and get it. To set my concealer, I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. Notice I said set and not bake. So I'm using these two powders to just set it, and because it has an airbrush finish, it's gonna even add more to the blurring effect that the foundation and concealers are already giving me. Quick makeup tip: before you go in baking your under eye concealer, set it first, and set it with a powder that's not overly light, because you don't want the under eye to just not match. It's just not gonna look right. Just do it and then you will thank me later. Honestly, always set then bake. And now to bake, I'm going back to that Danessa Myricks Evolution powder in 01. I'm using this powder strategically. As you can see, I'm placing it like in the inner part of my under eye and anywhere else where I want to be a little bit brighter. So I'm not applying it like all over my under eye. I'm just being really strategic with it. Now it's bronze time. I'm using the bronze book from Made by Mitchell, and I'm using the color Box of Truffle and Ready or Not. I'm using this bronzer everywhere I applied the contour, to just make sure the contour is set and put and not gonna move anywhere. Now I'm setting the foundation and the rest of my face with the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Foundation Powder in 445. I love it because it's adding a little bit of coverage for me in the face where I need it, but at the same time it's not gonna look too much. It's still gonna look like skin. Quick blusher, I'm using the BLURSH book from Made by Mitchell, and I'm using the color Bin Papped and Hint of Innocence, and I'm applying that in the highest points of my cheekbones, just like my girl Doechii. Next up, I'm going back to that kohl pencil, and I'm focusing mainly in my tear duct. Doechii's eyeliner looks a bit more rounder, so I'm using that to create that shape. This is going to intensify the smoky eye and give it a bit more dimension, especially because the kohl pencil is a super black color. And I'm going in with a super fine eyeshadow brush to blend it in and just make sure that there are no harsh lines. Time for eyelashes, and I got these eyelashes from TikTok shop, and I'm using an eyelash curler to curl the eyelashes before applying them, just because it's just an easier application for me. I find that when I curl it before applying it, it just sits on my eyes perfectly. Now I'm just measuring the face tapes because we know Doechii is the queen of face tapes, honey. I'm just measuring it and seeing exactly where I want to place it. If you want the face tapes to stick to your face, you have to make sure to remove any oils or any makeup from the area. I'm using IPA to make sure the area is clear of any makeup or any oils. You just want skin. And just like that, it looks just like my girl Doechii, because you know what? I'm her twin. No one can tell me anything. If you don't like it, go and argue with someone that you don't like. I don't care. I'm going in with the MAC Studio Fix Pro Set and Blur Loose Powder in medium, and I'm just using that to pat into my face the baking powder that I put down earlier. Notice with me today the theme has been blurring, so most of the products I've used today has basically promoted blurring effect because we want the makeup, the foundation, the base and everything to be blurred to the gods. Now to line my lips, I'm using the Curve Casing Deep, and I'm using the color Rituation to line my lips. For lipstick, I'm using the Makeup Revolution IRL Whipped Lip Creme in Americano Brown. I love this coffee brown lipstick. It's perfect. So for the bronzy gold lips that she had, I'm using eyeshadow. It's the same eyeshadow that I used in the middle of my eyes, those 3 eyeshadows. That's the same I'm using on my lips. I'm just patting it down, and I'm focusing that mainly in the middle part of my lips, top and bottom. And just like that, my dear, you have the look, just like Doechii. I love you guys. I'm really trying my best to be more present on YouTube. I promise to be more consistent this year on YouTube because I do want to grow my community here. So please like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Please follow me on all my social media platforms. Thank you so much. Love y'all. Bye.